Could be a bad sensor. There's 100 things with all these dang new sensors on these machines. Oh, look at what they polluted my view with here. Ooh, green. Just kidding, you John Deere guys. Well, first I'm gonna expand the pond this way, make it bigger. Oh yeah, these are coming up pretty good here. Look at the rows coming right here. Don't no pressure lights on, no nothing. I'm calling it for today. Oh, we got some turkeys out in the soybean. So it's sunny on the Missouri side. And on the Illinois side, it's gloomy and cloudy. It's literally on the arches going across the Mississippi River. Oh, look at what they polluted my view with here. Ooh, green. Just kidding, you John Deere guys, just kidding. I'm very diverse. I accept all color tractors. To each their own. That's what makes America great. So unfortunately, I could tell this is their staging area and it's all trampled down. So this is my closest house plot. If these are coming up the same as the ones I found, a lot of these might get taken out because they still got some equipment here obviously and bales to come pick up. But hey, it is what it is. There's one right there. So I don't know, you know, I mean, yeah, if they take some of them out, it won't be a big deal, but it's packed down from the machines. We got rain, so it's moist. So it's like 90s today, so they really should start blowing up out of the ground, but I guess we'll see. One day at a time. All right, Sharon wanted me to look at I think these are either thornless or seedless berries in the garden, which there's lots of them. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. It's still a little early, but there's some good ripe ones. Got a nice one right there. Oh, I see some big ones already, and I'm half colorblind. She'll probably be out here in the morning. She wanted to pick a batch, so oh yeah, looking good. Looking good. She wanted me to close the gate, although it's kind of rickety. But I don't think rabbits can get too high on these. Wow, yeah, plenty of ripe ones. All right, carry on. All right, we're gonna do a taste test. Get a little quick washing. Oh, yummy. Well, we definitely got rain. I'm gonna start in on the fuel filter and the water separator. I went ahead and just bought two new ones to go ahead and swap them out. You could just drain the water separator and then change the fuel filter, but they said you could go ahead and change them both because the water separator can be bad, especially if you had bad fuel, which I think is what happened. So let me dig around, find both of these and get started. All right, so I'm not finding the water separator. I was told, I talked to somebody, he said the RX has two fuel filters, the water separator and the actual filter. And when I went to Coyote, I bought both of them. And they showed me one of them is like a pre-filter, and then the other one's the actual fuel filter. One of them's black, one of them's gray. So, all right, here's what they sold me at the Coyote shop. The black one is the pre-filter fuel. Okay. It says right on there, fuel pre-filter. And the gray one is the main filter. Okay. This is the one that I found over there on the other side. So I don't know. I'll keep searching for this mystery guy. It's possible there's just the one filter. But I talked to Curtis, and he does a lot of the maintenance himself, and he's the one that told me. He's like, you got two of them on the RX, because he has an RX. Actually, he's got his second one. He had a 66, now he's got a 73. So yeah, I don't know, unless they went from the 66 to 73, maybe they went to one filter. I don't have the answer at this very moment. Here's the fuel filter. All right, I mean, that's easy enough to find, but I've been scouring both sides, underneath, and I'm not finding the water separator. So I don't know if I'm just not finding it, or if I got a little bad information, or what. I'll show you what they sold me at the tractor shop. I mean, you know, your fuel tank's here, your fuel lines are coming up under there. I thought maybe it's under there, but it ain't. I crawled down here, and I am not seeing a water separator. They look similar, but one is gray and one is black. So where it might be, I don't know, or I got some misinformation, which I can't say one way or another, because I usually don't do my own service. I usually bring it in. It's just because, for a lot of reasons. So at least I'll get started on the filter, and I got some treatment to put in the tank, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm gonna try and get this off. Let me see how that wire, oh, this wire unplugs over here. All right, note to self, next time raise the loader up. I don't want to do it now though. I'm gonna pour this fuel into this clear jug, and I'm gonna see if there's water in it. I mean, I can't tell if there was some chunks in this thing or not, but anyways. Oh, it had a clear glass on the bottom. I didn't realize that. So this sensor just threads off on the bottom. Unless this is where the water just comes out in the bottom. Again, I'm not. Now that could have just been the water right there. I bet you that was the water that's supposed to come out the bottom. Either way, a new filter's going on, because I know I got old fuel on it. So we'll leave this sit for a little bit, see if it separates. All right, I think we're rolling. So yeah, I'm guessing that was your sight glass for water in there, which there was a bunch in there, but it was dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead. This has a rubber filter, a rubber gasket, which should be fine. I got to put oil on the gasket up here. I'm gonna put some diesel fuel in here from my truck pump, and then I'm gonna put it back in place, see what happens. All right, got that all snugged up. There's an air bleeder on top of that, but so this has a mesh screen in it. I'm gonna put this tune-up in there, or seafoam or something, to get the moisture out, and then I'll try and get it started, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it ran before it quit, and then I could still restart it, but then it quits after just a minute or two. I'm not sure how this air primer works. It was out, and I've been pushing it. Now it's sucked in, so I don't know if I got to spin it a little bit, or if it's supposed to be sucked in. But I've been priming this. Here we go. I think this is the air bleeder. Yeah, that was out. I remember that. Let's try it again. So I'm also doing the key on and off. I just did my truck filters, or had them do it at the Valvoline shop. And my truck, you had to do this 8 times. to prime the fuel filters.
We'll be good to go.
Alright, take it for a spin. I'm presuming that it's self-bleeding, that spring thing is sucked in. We'll let it run. I gotta go pick up a big rock down that the guys left when they trenched. Run it for a little bit. Oh, there. See how there she is acting up. Check engine lights on. Alright, so I'll fast forward for you guys just for the sake of this video, but the long and the short of it is I went ahead and ran another regen after the fuel filter was changed, and it didn't work. It was still acting up, but I was able to use it for the rest of the weekend, low idle for dumpster work and that, but I wanted to use it for food plotting. I had some micro plots I wanted to try and chisel up and get planted, but that didn't happen. So now I got to find a shop, maybe someone that can come pick it up for me over here, since we're still back and forth and still living in Illinois and all that goes with that. So let's carry on the video. So I'm running another manual regen, but here's what don't make sense to me. If it's a fuel issue, how can it's going to go higher yet? How can it run at high RPMs if there's a fuel issue during the regen? See what I'm saying? So I'm going to go in, cool off, even though the air's just started in here. Yeah, so how does it run like that if it's not getting fuel sucked through the system? That don't make sense. All right, that regen is still running. I'm gonna unchain this stuff. I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna be running properly, but it idles, so I should be able to offload this with the idle. And then, I don't know if I'm gonna haul it home or haul it into a shop here, see if I can get someone to pick it up, if after this it still continues. All right, this is the field that I planted beans in that I want to be able to see from the house. So Sharon gave me the green light to transplant this fruit tree. So I'll move that when I get my machines here. Well, first I'm going to expand the pond this way, make it bigger. But initially I'm going to just skim off a couple feet up here so we could see into this field just a little better. And then once we get this corner cleaned, we'll be able to see way back into that field. Let's see if we got any magic beans in this one. Oh yeah, I see some already. Right there, popping up in rows. Boom, boom, boom. There's one coming. There's one right up in them rows. There's one. Oh yeah, these are coming up pretty good here. Look at the rows coming right here. Of course, this was when it was really shallow. Let me walk over to the other side where I ended up making it a lot deeper and see if there's going to be much of a difference or not. I see some right there, right there, right there. It's hard to envision it, but can you imagine beautiful beans in here? It could happen. We've already sprayed this twice. Where's the beans at? Oh, there's one right there just popping up. There's one there. So yeah, by this side I had it all the way deep, and it doesn't seem to have had any bad effect. Look at that, there's rows coming up right here. Beautiful. Clarkster asked me, hey, did you remember to put inoculant on them? And I said, no, I didn't. But here's my thing. When Mother Nature made beans, Out in the wild, there was no inoculant, there was no weed killer, you know, there was none of that. So I kind of rolled the dice. Look at how pretty that is. Kind of rolled the dice and said, all right, let's see what Mother Nature does. For the most part, you got to kill off the sod and the hay first. So also eventually I'm going to clean all this understory out. That's a locust with thorns, and so is this. Them are going to go, but these beautiful oaks will leave, and then you'll see it's going to open up a view all the way to this corner. Oh, the regen just idle down, fingers crossed, but it'll open up that view even more to this corner of this brand new field. So eventually it'll happen. I'm ready to jump in that pond, man. I am just soaked in sweat, but I got no idea what's in the bottom of that. All right, let's see how this is gonna work. I finished the regen. I'm just kind of low idling it. Oh, don't drop it. And then after I get this stuff offloaded, I'll try it again, see what happens. I wouldn't mind putting that chisel disc on and trying to rip up one of these fields just to see how rocky it's going to be. And I got a bag of beans left yet. So let me dump this and we'll come back for that bat wing. Well, she just died out and answered that. Welcome to mystery tractor issues. I got a short chain on it. It's going to want to roll back. It's going to want to roll back into me, but that's why I got to keep the bucket low to catch it, because this thing's going to tilt up here in a second. Just like that. Now we'll go park it somewhere, and I might head in for today. I am just soaked in sweat, even though I've only been here a couple hours. It's hot and humid. And it is the 4th of July today. Happy 4th, by the way. Happy Independence. Just wish I knew what was wrong with the tractor right now. Try to back it into this lean-to here, keep it out of the sun. The sun is the worst for equipment. It's not so much the rain as the sun. There we go. Be clearing up, you never know. We'll find out here in a few minutes. Maybe took some time to run that cleaner through the system if there was some not algae, but yeah, bacteria that grows in diesel. Maybe. Never know, I might have cured it. Temperature's fine. Pressures are fine.
Which means an excuse from working Saturday with your
Don't no pressure lights on, no nothing.
is helping you listen to birds chirp instead.
I'm calling it for today. Out here. Could be a bad sensor. There's 100 things with all these dang new sensors on these machines. Look at that alien bug right there. Don't want to focus on him. It's pretty big, whatever it is. Oh, we got some turkeys out in the soybean. Future soybean plot. Come on, phone. Nice.